Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Part furnace, part cooking tool, and part power generator, the Biolite CampStove is a 2-pound forced air biomass-burning portable cooking stove with a thermopile twist. Wrapped in its own carrying case, the stove is comprised of 2 pieces, the combustion chamber and the power unit, the latter of which fits snugly into the former for easy packing. The combustion chamber is a double-walled steel cylinder surrounded by a honeycomb lattice that allows you to pick up the stove even when it's hot. It has 3 fold-up legs at the bottom of the unit to give the stove stability while in use. A large vent in the back allows air to be forced into the chamber to increase the efficiency of the burn, and a port at the top of the chamber is the entry point for the heat exchanger. The power unit is a high-impact plastic shell surrounding a heat exchanger and thermopile assembly, battery, and blower. The probe transfers heat from the combustion chamber to the thermopile, which generates electricity to run a fan that forces air into the combustion chamber, generating a hotter flame, which in turn can generate more power. The front of the power unit has a single button to turn the fan on and off, and a silicone-covered USB port that can give the internal battery an initial charge, and, well, that's the twist. The power unit attaches to the back of the combustion chamber and is held in place by a locking mechanism activated by the third support leg. Once assembled, the Biolite CampStove is a stable platform that can be used as a heat source or, with the included triangular cooking attachment, can support kettles, pans, and other cookware. Biolite also offers a 2.5-pound portable grill for those who want a more even heat source for grilling. 2 foldable legs support the grill on top of the Biolite, and a closable flap allows for easy refueling. To use the Biolite CampStove, you loosely fill the combustion chamber with dry fuel, light, wait 10 seconds, then push the power button to activate the blower. The blower forces more air into the combustion chamber, which allows for a more complete, almost smokeless burn and a hotter flame. We used this flame to boil a liter of water in under 5 minutes, and the forced air combustion chamber meant that it was possible to burn biomass that doesn't easily burn, things like cherry pits and walnut shells. As the flame gets hotter, the heat exchanger generates more power, eventually generating more power than is required by the blower. Once this point is reached, the status light at the front of the unit turns green, which means it's now ready to provide that excess power to attached USB devices. To be sure, the excess power isn't a lot. It's rated for a max of 2 watts of 5-volt power. In 15 minutes of burning, I added perhaps 5% of charge to my phone, but it definitely provided USB-compatible charging. A more suitable setup would be to charge a small USB battery that could then be used to power your USB devices. Aside from the hotter flame and USB charging, the power unit adds one more advantage to the Biolite CampStove. At the end of the burn, the fan will continue to blow, burning all the embers down into cold ash, stopping automatically once it's safe. In fact, I was able to pour the ash out of the combustion chamber onto a paper plate with no fire, no embers, and no mess. In all, the Biolite CampStove is an innovative product that should appeal to outdoor enthusiasts, geeks in the wild, and those who just want one more power source in the event of the zombie apocalypse. The Biolite CampStove is available online and at outdoor stores for $130. The portable grill will add $60.
Hey, this might be the coolest thing I've ever seen. That is really amazing.
Yeah, and it's got a really good geek lineage because the company designed these things for African villages where you have people who are dying of waterborne diseases. So they wanted something that could use whatever fuel was available. So anything that even might normally be non-combustible and allow them...
Is that because it's hotter? So
it's hotter, right.
Once you get the going, you could throw cherry pits in there.
Exactly. So
and
it's like a furnace.
They'll burn, yeah.
Right. You know, you blow air back into a furnace and it gets hotter. So it creates a really hot, efficient burn.
And very little ash, I saw.
Yeah. So you don't, if you take this thing camping, you don't have to worry about, making sure the fire is dead before we leave. It's once the fan stops, it's cold ash. Just dump it out.
And it's a generator, which I think is, well, all in all, this is very cool. Now, did you say the price? How much was it?
Yeah, so it's about $130.
It's a little pricey.
Yeah. So,
what is a comparable? I'm not a camper. You're not a camper. What would a comparable camp stove cost?
What people are telling me, because I do have campers in my community, they're telling me that they would typically bring like a
Coleman or
whatever.
Yeah,
and those are like $30 to $40.
Okay, so it's a little pricey.
It's a little pricey. Those are also lighter. This thing gets close to 2 pounds. Those setups are typically like a pound.
Okay. It wasn't really designed for backpacking.
No.
You're going in country. It was really designed for a village.
Right. Right.
But I just think this is so neat. I really, really like it. The Biolite CampStove and USB charger. It's got so many, so innovative, so many interesting things around it. Now, you brought this to Brazil.
I did. Well, not this one. So they sent me a review unit. I was really excited. I brought it down to Brazil. I used it the entire time because I was actually living out in field. So I would just get whatever and put it in.
Well, so this is battle tested. You really,
It is battle tested.
You were able to do it. And the thing is, you don't have to have special fuel. You don't have to go to a store. You can burn anything that's lying around.
Burn anything that's lying around. And once you get that initial flame, because remember, the fan is supported by the flame. So
Right.
once it's
I
hot
love
enough,
that.
the fan kicks in.
Almost like a perpetual motion
It is.
machine.
I know. I love it. And then it will burn things that you wouldn't normally be able to burn.
Right.
And it was great. You know, it made sure that I had clean drinking water the entire time. But on the flight back, in security, they confiscated. They said, "Oh, this probably has unburned hydrocarbons, so we can't let you bring
You're
it on the
kidding
plane."
me.
No, that was BS. I think they just wanted my
They
stuff.
wanted it. I mean, you cleaned it out pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, it cleans. I mean, you saw it. It burns out.
There's nothing left
really
in
well.
there.
There's nothing left. You get scorched. You get a nice.
That's
patina.
really a shame, but they got a free one, so that's nice.
There we go.
Nice for them. Well, I'm thrilled to see this. The BioLite CampStove, $130.
$130. And if you want to get this, so this is the grill.
Oh, this doesn't come. That's
No,
not including.
This is
grill.
not included. This would be an additional $60.
Did you cook on it ever?
Yes. Actually, this very unit, so it cleans off really well. This very
This looks
unit
brand new.
is the source of much bacon.
You cooked bacon on this?
bacon
Nice
on
and
it.
crisp.
Oh, super crisp.
Wow! And then you pour the fat in there, and that burns
Well,
off. No, really.
it's a mess.
not a good idea.
Yeah.
Robert Ballecer is the host of This Week in Enterprise Tech and Know-How. You got a project this week you're working on?
We do. We are talking all about not losing your stuff. Different ways to track it.
How to not lose your stuff.
How to not lose your stuff.
Thursday on Know How. Robert, it's great to see you, and thanks for bringing this along. What an interesting product.